Hello, my name is Jayden Strickland, and today I am going to be your exercise professional. Today, we are going to be going over the results that you just had from your lab practicum. We're going to go over what these results mean and what can we do to possibly improve any of these numbers. Now, first, what we have here, we have your Part U. You had no medical clearance that was going to be required. You had non-specific joint pain in the lower back and knees that was mentioned in the assessment. So what this basically means is we can clear you to do exercise, but it's very apparent that you're going to be supervised for this. You're going to want to exercise with caution. So what that means is since you have knee pain and back pain, maybe it's going to be smart to stay away from exercises like a squat. That if a squat is performed with the wrong technique, it can affect the back and the knees. So maybe we should substitute that and modify that by doing a bodyweight squat, things of that nature. Just set up a workout plan, whatever your workout plan is based off of, and if it looks like that movement could affect the lower back or the knees, it would probably be best to modify that. Moving on, we have your resting blood pressure. The blood pressure in your left arm was 132/78, and the blood pressure in your right arm was 128/76. So what this means was in your systolic blood pressure, you have prehypertension. Prehypertension is not a horribly bad thing. It's normal. It's not to be super alarmed at the moment. Prehypertension ranges from 120 to 139. So your first two numbers is around 132 and 128. That is not very alarming at all. And your diastolic was below 80, which is great. It's not alarming. What we could do to improve this is doing aerobic exercise to get that heart rate, get that blood pressure even down even more. But I mean, I don't want to totally recommend improving that because it's really not that big of a deal. But I won't say that it's apparent you want to improve it just to get out of that prehypertension range. You want to be in the normal range. So we can do that by doing any type of just improving exercise. If you want to do aerobic exercise and aerobic exercise, that's the best way to go about that. Moving on to resting heart rate. Your resting heart rate was 72 beats per minute, which is average and normal. That's great. The average range for your heart rate is around 60 to 80 beats per minute. You were in 72. So that's very well. That's very good. Obviously, when you exercise, you do see that heart rate increase to probably 100 to 90, depending on the intensity of the exercise. But even an aerobic adaptation to a heart rate is if your heart rate is lower than that, when it's resting maybe the 50 or 40. But would you, and the numbers that we have, it is great to see that your number was in 72. So there is really nothing to improve that. If you would like to improve that, just participate in any type of exercise. Moving on to body composition. Now, in your body composition, you had a 22% body fat via skin fold calipers. You had a 42-inch waist circumference, and you had a BMI of 29. First, we're going to talk about the 22% body fat. So your 22% body fat, based off the CDC recommendations, it is below average. It is around poor to average. The average range is to get to 20%. So you are close to being average. What we can do to improve this is getting you on a good workout plan. We can improve this by doing any type of aerobic or anaerobic exercise. Depends on what exercise professional could provide for you. If you like a strength training program, we could put you on a strength training program. If you like maybe doing some aerobic based exercise, if you like running, if that's your thing, we can get you on that type of workout plan. And that can apply on all of these, and we're just going to elaborate on. We're just going to talk about everything and how we're going to improve this. So for your 42-inch waist circumference, so based off ACSM's guideline and CDC, if you have a waist circumference over 94 centimeters, which if you convert the 94 centimeters to inches, that is around 37 inches. So you have a 42-inch waist circumference. That is very severe. You are at risk for a chronic disease. So you're 5 inches over what is recommended for being at risk for chronic disease. That's bad. We got to improve on that. Moving on to your BMI. This is also from the American Heart Association and from the CDC themselves. Your BMI was 29, which means that you are overweight. You are on the verge of actually being obese. That's very bad. That's bad. We don't want you to be obese. America's already deep in obesity now. We are just trying to get ourselves out of that hole. We want you to cut down on the weight, be able to be in the fair category, and live a healthy lifestyle. We can improve your body composition overall by getting you on a strict workout program. This could be accomplished by doing something that you like. Do you like to swim? Do you like aerobic exercise? Do you like biking? Do you want to get on a strength training regimen, which I recommend a strength training program either way, because it's still a great way of decreasing body fat. Any type of high intensity training. And you want to do high intensity training, but based off of your it's going to have to be supervised either way because of your health conditions that you had in your PARQ screening. So it's imperative that whatever regimen that your clinical exercise physiologist push you on, that it's going to be supervised and it's in your best interest. Mainly start out with 2 days a week. If you like 2 days a week, then we can go up to 3 days a week. We want to drastically work your way up, not drastically work your way out to eventually where you want to do no exercise. That is how we combat body composition. Now, moving on to your muscular strength and endurance. Your bench press one rep max was in the 40th percentile. Your prone plank was in the 30th percentile, and your push-up test was in the 35th percentile. So now, first off, your bench press 1 rep max, it was poor in the 40th percentile. With all of these percentiles, you kind of want to be in 50's average for about all of these. So specifically for bench press, that was poor. We want to be able to improve that. Moving on to prone plank, you were in the 30th percentile. That is below average. That's around a plank around 30 to 60 seconds. You want your plank to last around 4 minutes is about the average. 3 to 4 minutes is, well, I wouldn't say average. I'll say 2 minutes is average. 3 to 4 is like very superior. We kind of want you to get to the 2-minute range. That is very apparent for you. And lastly but not least, the push-up test, you were in the 35th percentile, which is based off ACSM, was around 21 push-ups, and that was actually fair. 45 is in the good range. So from 21 to 45 is a big drastic jump. But hey, if we can get to that, that's possible we can do that. So to increase your bench press and your push-ups, it is just simple. We do some chest exercises. You do some bench press, do some dumbbell press, do some cable flies, do push-ups. Also, you want to be able to strengthen up the tricep. You want to strengthen up the tricep, do some tricep pull downs, any type of tricep movement with the dumbbell, tricep extensions. Also, you can do back exercises, any type of lat pull downs, any type of cable rows to improve the back. All of those muscles work together in the push-up, and it's very apparent that you can use it to help. Now, with the prone plank, if you want to improve that, is effective if you use any type of abdominal exercises, do crunches, do a plank, do any type of Russian twist. You can also improve your core strength by doing any type of multi-joint exercise. That is just some things to think about when you're wanting to improve your muscular strength and muscular endurance. Moving on, we got cardiorespiratory endurance. So your VO2 max was 30 milliliters per kilogram per minute via the cardio coach, and that was considered very poor. That is very poor. Based off the categories we got in class, off the categories from my catalog, it says that for males in your age range from 30 to 39, you were very poor. You were at a 30. So the poor range is from 31.5 to 35.4. We want to get into around the fair to the good range. So fair range from 35.5 to 40.9. So we got to get you to 5.5 points up. And we really want you to be in the good and excellent range, which is even higher for 41.0 and 44.9. That means we got to stop being sedentary. That's plain and simple. We got to stop being sedentary. We have to exercise. You can do this by getting up a lot in the house, going around and cleaning, doing some type of housekeeping, any type of housekeeping, going outside and just going on a 30-minute walk, going and doing some type of activity, just not sitting at home watching television all day. Stop sitting on your rump. Get up, do you some exercise. It's going to be beneficial for your health in the long run and your VO2 max in your long run, because your VO2 max already decreases with age. And at your age range, it's not going to get any better. So it's very apparent that we improve this because it's going to be beneficial for your lifelong health. And last but not least, we have your flexibility. And it was your sit and reach test, which was in the 40th percentile. That was below average. Like I said, average was in the 50th percentile. So you were between average and below average. So flexibility, this can be improved in a multitude of ways. This can be improved by just doing any type of multi-joint exercise. When you're doing a squat, when you're doing a deadlift, when you're doing a bench press, when you're doing a pull-up, Each of those require some type of range of motion and flexibility. That's plain and simple. You can improve your flexibility by just simply doing any type of resistance training. That's plain and simple. Now, if you want to get into the thick and the thin of it, you can definitely improve your flexibility by doing some type of dynamic stretches, static stretches, limb stretching, trunk stretching, those type of exercises. You want to do some type of stretching before your workout and after your workout, even stretch before you go to bed, stretch at night. All of that can improve your flexibility. So, my name is Jayden Strickland. That is your test results, and that is my explanation of each of your test results. If you have any questions, please let me know ahead of time. You can come see me at any time, and I will be able to provide any type of care for you. If you need help finding an exercise professional for you, or even if you want me to do it, even if you want me to do it, I'm more than welcome to help you at any time. Thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you soon.